So Snorkl also has some good just getting started activities. These are things that are very simple. They don't have necessarily like high cognitive load. But one thing that they've recently added is the ability to add manipulatives. So here's an example of some different ones that have manipulatives. We are going to look at place value, drag and drop. So we're given these things right here with their three different numbers right here. And so this is a pretty common assignment that we see with younger students where they're using base 10 blocks and base 100 blocks and things like that. So being able to sort it and explain their reasoning, they're able to do that in this activity. So we can, looks like I already did it, but I'm gonna start with a blank whiteboard here. And these things right here are now manipulatives. I actually need to click my mouse right here and I'm able to drag these things. So I could still do all of my work right here, but the point with manipulatives is that you have these things that students can move around and be able to, just put on there instead of having to type it or write it. So you might have things that you label. You might have things that you use as kind of like a process. So this thing goes here and then it eventually goes here, anything like that. But let's look at this example right here. So we have our different base 10 blocks. So I'm just going to start recording. So this one is 132 because there is 100 block right here. So it can't be the others. And this one is 213 because of the 200 blocks. And then this one is 203 because of the 200 blocks and the 3 right there. So we'll just submit that. Obviously, those were incorrect answers right there. But let's see what kind of feedback it gives me. All right, so obviously I got it incorrect. I just had a very fair explanation. I was able to, here's my praise right here on this one, looking at the 100 block and seeing that. And then here's my, hey, try this. We saw 200, but what else is different? Which one would help you? And then just overall encouragement, be more complete and telling us about each type of block, hundreds, tens, and ones. That would help show our understanding. So if I go back and respond again with my previous whiteboard and I drag these out right here, and now I say this one is 132 because we have 100 block right here and we have 100 in our number. We have 3 tens and we have 3 tens in our number and then 2 1 blocks, which is 2. This one has 200 blocks, 1 10 block, and 3 1 blocks. This one has 200 blocks, but it has 0 10 blocks and 3 1 blocks. So now we'll submit this and see what happens with our feedback here. All right, so I got it correct, strong right here, showing how I found that 132. I like how you notice the difference between them. Can you tell me what number you got for box B? So I didn't say the number, so that's what it's asking me to do there. So I had an incorrect answer and I explained it a little bit more and my explanation was stronger. So I responded to that feedback and grew, and that's what we want our students to be able to do as well. Be able to explain their thinking, analyze their thoughts based on the feedback, and try again.